Well, good morning. Welcome back to another day in my life. Today is Wednesday, March 8th, and I do not have dialysis today. I thought it would be interesting to show you one of these days right now because I honestly am still really fucking confused as to how I'm supposed to really get shit done. Like, that's become one of the big pressure points since starting home dialysis, and it's something I really need to think about, especially when I do the HB90 boot camp for work in a couple of weeks, or a week next week. And if you're interested in it, I'll leave my review of it and my link down below, because it starts, when you see this video, it starts this coming up Sunday. It's 10:45. The cleaners have already come and gone. I've gotten some work done already this morning before I started to shower and get ready. And now I'm on my way to meet my friend Keisha. She's Keisha Glam and a little spark on Instagram. She just went to Go Wild. So I want to hear how it all was, since I didn't get to go this year because of the whole dialysis thing. The rest of my day is extremely all over the place. I need to run to the Home Goods that's by where we are having lunch, because I need to get a laundry basket, and I need to, or like a laundry hamper, and I need to get, or at least look and see what they've got for shelving. I'm on the lookout for a set of shelves for my basement to supplement what's already there. You can check out my dialysis tour. I'll leave that link down below as well to see what I'm talking about. But I need one more like smaller shelf, and unfortunately the Container Store doesn't make the same system in the size that I need. So I'm looking for that. I have to run to Target and pick up a couple things. I need to come home. I probably should get a little bit more work done, and then I need to get the crock pot set. The big thing that's happening this afternoon is that RJ is taking his permit test. And so I need to get together all of the documentation that he needs to verify his address, because it's a real ID. And then we have to be there. I'm picking him up from school at 3:30, and we head directly there after school because his appointment's at 4. So it's a lot. I have to pack a lot of errands in on non-dialysis days because it's hard to do them. I can't predict whether or not I'm going to feel good after dialysis. And on top of that, sometimes I have to just get work done. So it's sort of a juggling act on days like today where I'm trying to get multiple different things done. Now, Jesse's at the office. Layla is with him. She's not at daycare today. If he decides to come home, he might take her to daycare on his way home. But hopefully I'm not going to have to manage walking a puppy in the middle of all of this, because that's also a little, it's just one more thing. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back, if you know what I'm saying. Just finished lunch. It was really fun. Talked a lot, caught up, got to hear about Go Wild, which sounded awesome. Now I'm at Barnes & Noble picking up a book, and now going to Jamba Juice to grab a smoothie because I could really use one. And then I'm heading home to get dinner in the crock pot. Beef with broccoli, well, just the beef right now, is in the crock pot. Dishwasher is running. I have an Imperfect Foods order I'll talk to you about, but first I'm going to show you Sunny, who is awake and is assembling their shower stool. They've got some joint issues, and so having a spot to sit down in the shower will be most handy. We'll let you know what they think of this stool after they've used it a couple times, for those of you who might be needing somewhere to sit in the shower. Anywho, so here is my Imperfect Foods order. I didn't actually get the chance to modify it this week, so they sent me what they thought I would want. Spinach, I will use this for packing smoothie bags. Organic coconut milk. I don't have a use for this right now, but I can imagine this could come in handy, so keeping it in the pantry will work. Their orange juice is mighty tasty. I don't always get it because it is pricey for how much you get, but because we got this, I'll use it. Honey sriracha chicken breasts could be really good on salad or on rice. Can always use more carrots. I'm not sure how I feel about riced cauliflower. Do I have to refrigerate this? No. Wagyu beef burger patties. These could be fun. Unfortunately, there's only 3 and there's 4 of us. That's a bummer. Strawberries. Marinated artichoke quarters. Again, another thing I'm not sure if I'll do anything with, but we'll hang on to it for now. Does it need to be refrigerated? After opening. Okay, cool. Cashew halves and pieces. I love cashews, so I'm cool with that. Fig preserves. Sunny and I were wondering what we could do with this. Maybe make fig Newtons. Maybe make a sauce for chicken. That might be good. Bell peppers. Unfortunately, they're green. My least favorite to cook with, but I can find a use. You got some little Are these mandarins, tangerines? Avocado, lemon, garlic, all things we'll use. Mushrooms, not something I cook with very often, but since I've got this spinach, maybe I'll do some mushroom and spinach omelet for the kids this weekend. Apple chips, sweet potato fries, apples. So it's 2:45 and I don't have time to get any work done right now, but I do need to get RJ's paperwork together because I have to leave to get him in half an hour and then we're heading straight to the DMV. According to the list, I have to go grab his wallet because he forgot it today and it has his ID in it from California. I need his birth certificate, his social security card, and then one of my 1099s and a billing statement with my name on it so that we can prove his address. Here's a look at my planner for the day. I don't think I've shown it yet. Cleaners have been here. Had my lunch with Keisha, which went great. Went to Home Goods, got the thing I needed there. Crock pot set up. I just took the Imperfect Foods delivery. I already checked my Chewy order and paid an invoice. I need to run more laundry. I want to wash my robes today, and I need to flush the pee-pee line, which I keep putting off, but it's so crystallized at this point that it'll be hard to keep the pressures right. You know, it's basically getting rid of pee, and so every once in a while it needs to get cleaned, and today is that day. You can see some current kitty feet. He is exploring that little shit. Never ending laundry. And I'm back in my car. I'm waiting for RJ. I got his stuff that he needs for his test, so fingers crossed that he passes it. He says he has been doing better and better on the practice test. It's just every once in a while it's those random like esoteric rules that trip him up, like how fast do the cows walk or something. Oh, that's not it, but my sister has been tripped up by that when she renewed her license in Oregon and had to take the Oregon test. I haven't had to take a permit test since I got my permit, and I did flunk it a couple of times when I was a teenager. I haven't had to take it since I got my license when I was 23. And when I got my Colorado license, they didn't make me take a test. They just renewed my California license. I turned the real ID paperwork in. Anyway, I want to just talk for a couple seconds, have a heart-to-heart of sorts with you, because I am in a really weird place right now. I recognize that I'm in a lot of transition right now, bringing dialysis home. We have been doing dialysis at home since the beginning of February. February 6th was our first day, and today is the 8th. So it's been a little over a month of doing it at home. And before that, we trained for a month. I am having a real struggle with balancing, or at least incorporating, if balance is not a real thing, which I know it usually isn't, dialysis, work, all the shit I have to do as a mom and as a person around the house, and still feeling like fucking shit. Like, I am feeling better. A lot of you have commented, and I really appreciate the comments, the compliments of how much better I look and how much more energy I seem to have. Like, I also am noticing it. Like, I do feel better than when I was deep in kidney failure, despite the fact that I'm still in kidney failure, but the dialysis is helping to remove some of the buildup of toxins and everything else that happens when you're in kidney failure. Don't get me started on people who are like, I need to flush my toxins. Like, fuck the hell off. If you have working kidneys and a working liver, your toxins are being flushed. You don't need some Gwyneth Paltrow bullshit to flush them. But I digress. I recognize this is a learning process and I'm not there yet. I recognize that. However, it is becoming clearer and clearer to me that I'm kind of fucked. For a little context, I took off a lot of work time when we moved in 2021 because Jesse was working so much. And I kind of had to take the lead on packing and all of those things. And so I had to do quite a bit of stepping back in 2021 when we moved. Then in 2022, just as I was starting to ramp back up again, my kidneys started to really decline. And I felt like, as much as I've always felt shitty and I've always pushed through the shittiness, let me tell you, the difference between being in stage 4 of kidney disease, which is still very low and very shitty, there's a level of push through that can sometimes happen there, but you hit stage 5, you start to go into legit kidney failure, and it is a whole different ballgame, and it sucks real hard. It was very hard for me to get anything done. I was lucky that I held it together as much as I did over the course of the last 6 months of 2022. And now here we are, where I'm starting to feel better, but my time is still very much in demand from all these different areas of my life, but I have less of it to devote to anything. So let's just say start time of 8:30. I won't actually start on the machine till 9:30, depending on how hard it is to cannulate myself. But let's just say 8:30 is when dialysis is in the fore. But even then, before that, like when I wake up, everything I'm doing is like en route to dialysis. But let's just say 8:30, and I'm usually off the machine and done putting pressure on my accesses by around 1-ish. So that's a good chunk of time, right? That's like 4.5 hours of time gone 5 days a week. I can get a little work done during that time, but there's only so much I can get done, both because of my one-handed abilities. I talk about that in my video that actually went up earlier this week, as well as the fact that while I'm on dialysis, I have no idea how I'm going to be feeling that day during dialysis. I don't know if I'm going to be feeling extra cold and I need to just be huddled up under blankets. There's a level of real cold shittiness that happens when a chunk of your blood is taken out of your body. I might be feeling kind of out of it. That's happened before. My brain is just totally fogged over, and the best thing I can do is just sit there and watch a movie or something, right? Or I can just be exhausted. And then I have no idea what I'm going to feel like after the fact. I have no idea whether I'm going to feel energized or if I'm going to feel wiped out. It is a fucking crapshoot, and it could be 50-50. And then on the days I don't do dialysis, like today, most days I seem to be feeling pretty good, but I have so much shit that has built up between the days that I'm feeling like crap on dialysis and I can't get anything done, and the fact that I just don't have the time to do things the way I used to. Work, family, house, personal, everything. And Jesse's back at work, and he is working a lot, and he is currently the major breadwinner in our family. And so it's important that he get his work done, because his work time is truncated because of dialysis. I know I sound whiny, but like working for myself as an artist and a creator, momentum and like the snowball effect is really important. It is very difficult to regain momentum once you've lost it. It's a churn of having to get stuff done. I've been able to do that I've been working for myself since 2016, so 7 years now almost. Most of that time, I have been able to ride that and been able to continually do new things and try new things and iterate and do stuff and continually make sure that the ball keeps rolling. The ball has stopped rolling. The ball has started to roll a little backwards. This is not me begging you to go join my Patreon or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I have to make some really tough decisions in the next, couple of months, to especially when I do the HB90 bootcamp. I need to make some tough decisions on what I'm actually going to keep doing for work and what I need to stop, because there's other things I'm excited to try, and I only have so much bandwidth. Not just mentally or physically, but in terms of hours. Utter hours of things I can work. And so I've got all sorts of things that I said I would never do that are kind of in my mind, like maybe I should do these things. Now it's a different circumstance. Like, for example, I have kept this 2 videos plus a live every week for even when I moved. But part of me is thinking maybe I'll go back to just do 1 video a week in the live, or do 2 videos a week, but only do the live every other week or something, because there's that's one way to kind of reduce back a little bit. I've thought about putting a mid-roll ad. I don't want to do a whole shit ton of them like some people do, just one in a thoughtful spot. But I've always said, no, I don't want to do mid-roll ads, because I don't like mid-roll ads, and I don't see them because I have YouTube Premium. But when I accidentally had them turned on for a month, I don't know how it happened, but somehow I had them turned on for a month, a year and a half ago. My AdSense almost doubled. And right now my AdSense is not super big at all. And I use it as a supplementarian, but if I added a mid-roll ad, would my AdSense, even if it went up by half again, that would be really incredible to help make up for some of the revenue that I have lost while being so sick. And I got my first big medical bill in, guys. I hate the American health. I love my people. I don't love the insurance and the healthcare system. Another thing I thought about is, what if I always get offered sponsorships. What if I took, I just got offered a sponsorship for the very desk we just bought Jesse. Could I take some very selective, very careful sponsorships? I don't know. I've always said I wouldn't, but I said that before I was in this situation. There are things I want to do. There is art I want to make and sell. There are things on my Patreon I want to do. But I don't have the fucking bandwidth. I don't have the energy, and I don't have the hours. So I need to start figuring out what is essential. The thing that is also on my mind is that if it gets to a point where working is just untenable, technically I can apply for disability because it's really hard for me to work right now because of dialysis and all of my other physical problems. And I qualify for it, or at least I could because I'm on dialysis, but I know that that's a fight. And I know that if I qualify for disability, I can't do any work. And I love the work I do. I don't want to stop doing it. But I'm so stressed out about it. And Jesse was like, look, we can make it work with some more budgeting if it was just my salary. So you don't have to feel pressured. I don't want to feel pressured for the money, but I'm starting to feel really, I feel like I'm drowning in many different ways. And so it's just something that I am legitimately considering. So I'd love your thoughts on this. If I sound like a whiny first world problems biatch, like I can afford, I have a house and my husband has a job and I have health insurance and a great dialysis space and my dialysis is keeping me alive. Like I should feel, and I am grateful for that, but dialysis is keeping me alive. My life is a fucking mess. So I'd love any thoughts you have in the comments. I'm going to sit here and listen to a lesson from the art course that I'm working on meditation to see if maybe I can find some use out of that, because acceptance and patience are two things I'm also working on with my therapist, and it's not going very well. He passed. I officially have a kid with a learner's permit. Sonny's working on getting theirs as well, but RJ passed. He's got his permit. He's going to start driving. I promise you, I'm not going to be the one teaching him. I am very much not somebody with the temperament to be able to teach a kid to drive. I panic very easily in the car. I am not. Like, as a driver, I do a lot better now because I'm in kind of control of what I'm doing. But with other people, I'm one of those, like, grab the shit bar every 5 minutes. Jesse, on the other hand, is very stable, very steady. And then Russell's going to probably drive with RJ when he is home visiting as well. So, yay! Now it's 5 o'clock. I need to go get some more work done because I've got about an hour and a half before I need to make some more progress on dinner. Got everything done today that I wanted to get done, so that's good. But I did not get everything on my to-do list done. Well, that's not true. I got everything on my to-do list done except for I still have to flush those lines. I'm going to do that after I get the broccoli in the crock pot. I wanted to wash my robes, but Sunny has called dibs on the washing machine, and as I've done like 4 loads of laundry today, it's time. We'll move the robes to tomorrow. There's a kitty. There's another kitty. They're both in here today. I'm probably going to just shut this shit down anyway. Ew, dusty. I like to keep my studio lights on a lot when I'm working because it really brightens it up down here. Come on, boys. Come on. Lou, let's go upstairs. Come on. Psst, psst, psst. Kitties. Kitties. Come on, boys. There's one. Lulu. Come on, baby. Want some dinner? I'm not feeding you right now, but you should not be in the basement. He is seriously down there loving on the leaf blower. Which the reason it's out is because Jesse uses it to blow snow. He emerged. So when this wraps up in 20 minutes, I need to add broccoli and then some water mixed with cornstarch and give it another half an hour.